Hello everyone. Today we shall look into different types of dot plot visuals from the marketplace. I have updated three different dot plot visuals, which is by MAQ software, Viz, and also the Microsoft Corporation. Once we'll open these visuals, click on Get More Visuals. Here in the marketplace, if we search the dot plot, here we could see three different types of dot plot visuals. One is by dot plot by MAQ software, by Microsoft Corporation, and also one it is by Viz Corporation. I have added these visuals into Power BI desktop. Now let us understand each visual one after the other. Let us explore a dot plot visual by MAQ software. I am selecting the visual. Here we have the visual, and let us expand. We could see multiple parameters where we could update the data. Let us bring in the year column from the access into the access category 1. Here we could input two access categories. In the access category 1, I'll place the year. Okay, and with respect to year, I would like to see the sales, how it varies. So in the value, I'll click on add data and select the sales column. Okay, now we will be able to see the bubbles where we could see the data over here. You could see the tiny bubbles which are visible in the green color. Now in order to see increase or decrease the bubble size, we'll see in the formatting settings. In the bubble size, I'll select the profit in order to see that the bigger the bubble size is, the more profitable the value is for that particular year. So I have selected the profit in bubble size. In access category 2, suppose that I want to see the sales with respect to the year and based upon the categories. So I'll select the category within the access category 2. So we could see the access category 2 as a category column where we have bakery, beverages, food grains, all other relevant columns data. Okay, we could expand it to view it completely and properly. And here we could let us explore few formatting options. Here with respect to this top two options, we are familiar with the size and style and title. In the orientation, if you scroll if you open it, here you could see that there is horizontal and vertical. If you click on horizontal, what happens is the data, it would turn into horizontal fashion like this. Okay, if you want to flip the y-axis labels, now it is turned on, you could turn off and flip the y-axis labels. And if you want to revert it, you could revert it. Similarly, you can flip the parent axis labels and see it. Here I would keep it vertical, and you could sort based upon the axis categories, whether you wanted to sort ascending or descending. Here I have ascending categorization, so it is fine here. You could use this highlight mode and jitter effect. You could turn on and see if there is the jitter effect in if the data is more cluttered. Here we have very minimal data, so it does not show any impact. And y-axis and x-axis, you could choose the necessary changes in the formatting things. All are easily understandable. Here we have something called background banding, where you could see that one is grayish color and one is white. You could change the background banding, and you could even change the transparency. Okay, I would keep the banding of background similarly. Here we have something called tick marks. The tick marks are the lines which are appearing between the values. If at all I changed it to black color, you would be able to notice the color difference, and also I'll increase the thickness. Okay, here you could see that the black lines which are appearing in the bottom, these are axis ticks. Suppose that you want category ticks, what you could do is you could change the color to black so that they are visible. Okay, now I have changed the axis ticks. I'll scroll to the right, and here you could see that on the top you are getting the axis ticks between the categories. Okay, and let us see about the grid lines. Here we have axis grid lines and category grid lines. Similarly, we could format it. the thickness, color, and the line style, you could format it. In the bottom we have something called bubble color. Here I have green color, you could change it to any color like blue color. Okay, and you could choose whether it is solid or hollow, or like either of these. And maximum radius, suppose that I want to increase the radius of the bubble, I would keep a understand reasonable radius like 15, where it is properly visible, and you could hover over it and see the necessary values. Okay, these are the few things which are related to bubbles. Here you could customize the legends with respect to the legends which you have brought. Here we didn't bring any legends. If at all you would like to bring the legends, click on this. Here in the bottom you could see the legend. I'll click on the legend and I shall bring in this region column, so that based upon the region the data would be interpreted. Okay, so here we could understand that we have different colors, okay, based upon the legends which we have brought. And here you could notice that for different regions we have different colors, and we could again customize the colors as required. So these are few formatting settings which with respect to the dot plot visual by MAQ software. Let us understand how dot plot by Microsoft Corporation works, which is very simple. Let us move on to the other page. Let us bring the visual of dot plot by Microsoft Corporation and understand how it works. Here we have only two values which are required. One is category. I have particular category values to see, and in the values I would like to see the sales based upon the category. So in the values I'll add the sales column. Here you could notice that the the small rings which are formed just like a infographics chart. Here we could we have limited options where we could just input the category and the values. Here we have something called dots in the format, where you could change the color and increase or decrease its radius. So if you increase the radius, you could notice how the radius is being increased. You could turn on or turn off the data labels in the format. Apart from that, size and style, title and x-axis are basic feature formatting things where you could explore. These are these are the two values where you input category and values with respect to dot plot visual in by Microsoft Corporation. Let us understand dot plot visual by Viz in marketplace. Here I'll select the Viz visual. Here I have the Viz visual of dot plot visual. In the axis, suppose that we'll bring this year column similarly, and in the values, let us bring the values, okay, which is the sales. Here we could notice that based upon the years, I have the total sales which are which are appearing in the bubbles. Okay, for the respective year we are able to see the bubbles. And if at all we shall bring some region column in the legends. Now these bubbles for the respective year will be able to see the values with respect to the region. If we hover on it, we'll understand that for west region we have 0.98 million, and here we have the other respective values. And in order to see the legends, you could click on this format, turn on the legend, and if at all you like to view the data labels, you could turn on the data labels. Okay, here we have few formatting options where we have data colors, x-axis, y-axis. These are normal features where we could change the values and understand by changing the colors, x-axis and y-axis formatting, data labels and ledger formatting. One good thing about this Viz dot plot visual is here we have something called color blindness by Viz, where different colors with respect to the vision problems which people have, they have identified and made the suitable colors, so that if at all you are sharing this visual to the client who has color blindness, it would help them to view the colors based upon the necessary outcome. Here we have, if we change the vision, you could notice that the colors would change automatically. Okay, this helps people to identify the colors based upon the vision that you select. These are three different types of dot plot visuals which you could understand and apply. Okay, and in OKViz visual, what happens is usually if at all I remove the legends, you could notice that the sales would start from somewhere around 3 lakh, because where you could notice that irrespective of the y-axis 0 level and without interpreting wrongly, this dot plot visual helps us to mention the correct things with the help of grid lines. So this is one more advantage of OKViz visual of dot plot visual. So please practice. This is all for today. Thank you for watching, and we shall meet in the next video.